Hey, happy Sunday. How you doing? Who do I have in here with me so far? I see that I have one person watching live right now. So write in the comments. Let me know who's with me. Tonight, I thought that I would go through the setup of a new Define My Day Platinum Edition planner. So this is not going to be I'm not going to go through the detail and the theory about everything. My goal here is to show you just how quick setting up a new planner could be for you. I think a lot of people, get overwhelmed. They see pages and places to write things and don't know necessarily exactly what to write. So they get overwhelmed by it and kind of, tense up a little bit. But it's pretty easy. So I want to go through that real quickly here. Shelly, hi Shelly, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully we get a couple other people jumping on here. Yeah, we do. So write me in the comments. Let me know who's with me here, so I know who I'm talking to, right? While you guys are doing that, Abria, nice. Thank you for joining me. Um, Tonight it was football Sunday. Not for me. My team got just slaughtered on Thursday, pretty embarrassingly. But we still have fantasy football. It's our last week, so me and the boys were hanging out, watching a little bit of football, a little invested to see what shakes out there. And I did a lot of work just trying to set up our social media posts for the week, planning this session with you guys. And we are now on Amazon too. We threw the 3 packs on Amazon. Just the 3 packs, like all the bundles and accessories, are still only on the website. But we threw the 3 packs on Amazon. So if you have not purchased from us and you would like to purchase through Amazon, you can do that. It still gets shipped straight from here, but hey, some people like Amazon. Um, so we got that finished, and I had light up night today in our neighborhood. So we uh, put luminarias on the street, and everybody had their houses lit up and decorated. There was a hot cocoa station a couple doors down. So it was a pretty nice little night. A little chilly, a little, well, kind of windy. Uh, but yesterday, my son helped me set up the lights around the house, and we got these big honking light bulbs that were, kind of, it's funny. It just makes the house look different than it has in previous years because we always buy the little ones. Now we have these real big ones. But I also didn't realize how many of my inflatables I threw away last year. All my lawn balloons. Uh, More of them went bad than I remembered. So we're a little sparse on the lawn balloons this year. I don't know. Who else we got going in here? We have 6 people on here right now. Who else is on here with me? Write your name in the comments. So far we have Shelly, we have Abria, and who else is on here? Give me a quick comment. Next person to leave a comment, I will send you a free 3 pack of pens. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And you have to remember to message me your address so that we can send it to you. So I have your address to send them. Come on, somebody make a comment. They're free pens. It'll be the friction erasable ones. We want to. I love these. I've been using these since I started with Define My Day, and it's great because you can just write, and if you mess it up, you just don't even have to scratch it out. You just erase it. All right, now we have 7 people in here, and it's Shelly. Okay, Shelly, you got them. So Shelly got the free pens. Good for you. So these are the ones we'll send you are uh, the Friction Special Edition 3 pack. There is blue, black, and red in that one. It's pretty cool. All right. Awesome. Tell you what, I'll give you another shot to win pens sometime through this session. All right. So what we're doing tonight is Shelly, make sure you send me your private message. Oh, you can't on Facebook Messenger. We turned that off because we were getting spam. Um, don't put your address in the comments, but email me. Okay, I'll tell you how to do it. On the website, go to definemyday.com, and on the website, there's a little help icon on the bottom right hand corner to create a ticket. Go there, put your name and your information, and say, hey, I won the pens, I won the 3-pack of pens, and in there, that'll go straight to Luann, and she'll set up the order, and we'll get it out to you probably tomorrow. So do that. That way, yeah. We have been getting so much spam in our Facebook Messenger. We had to take the ability to message us through Facebook Messenger because it's just nonstop all day spam messages. Our reviews were the same way. We're getting reviews, for like Forex traders and stuff. It's terrible. And I can't believe they haven't fixed it yet. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. If you want people to use it, you can't make it spammy. Anyway, all right. So what we're doing today, we're going to set up a Define My Day Platinum Planner. This is how, if you buy a single, this is how it comes, except it'll have a shipping label on it. And open it up. When you open the box, you will get 3 inserts. The first one, the 3 steps to success. It's a little blown out there in the light, but it says open, write, succeed, which is basically all you need to do. And then we have a little quote on the back. But really, I want it to be that simple for everybody. That you just need to start writing, and naturally, just from the fact that you're doing this process, you're going to improve. The next one, a little bit more in detail about the steps of the process, what you can do or what you need to do, and then a little quick reference for the terms that we use in our planners. And then finally, our little, live defined. That's what our goal is here. And the road to your defined life begins now. So inspirational, isn't it? But really, it's just a quick link to the tools that you can find on our website, including blog and all the other kind of cool stuff we have on there just to help you along your process. You don't have to get into all this if you don't want to, but I find that if you do, you do better, right? So you can just buy this and just start filling it out, and it'll do great for you. But if you want to learn about why we do some of this stuff or get tips on how to do it better, you can find it on our blog. All right, so taking this out of the box, and it's going to jump in front of the camera. You'll find a shrink-wrapped Define My Day Platinum Edition Planner, and I'm going to open this guy up, I hope. And you'll see it's in its own sleeve, and much like an iPhone, for the first time you're trying to take it out of the box, it's vacuumed in there. And so now we have our planner, right? And it's large format. So the normal ones that we sell, we've been selling for years, are this size, right? This is you can see my fingerprints. I really need to clean off the cover, Mayor. But this is the normal size that we've been selling. And I love it. I love that one. I carry it around everywhere, as you can see. So I'm in my 4th week now. I have it's like on my kitchen table. I have greasy fingerprints. So it's gross. But it's what I carry it around with me everywhere I go. My kids might make fun of me a little bit every so often. Not very often because they know it pays the bills. But yeah. Anyway, so this is the bigger version. You can see them here side by side, right? That's how much bigger this one is. And this is for somebody that needs more room on a page. So, you know, it's that much bigger. Now, the journaling is on the same page as the planner, so you're not flipping pages on the same day. With this one, you're writing it all on one page. This one also affords us the opportunity to put 13 weeks in one single book, where you get 4 weeks in this one, just for, you know, being able to carry it around. So that's the, you know, format differences. You also in this one get a fun, if I can pull it out, really fold it in there very well. All right, a ribbon so you can keep your page. I, as you can see on mine, use these sticky tabs to keep my pages, which you can still get. We have the thicker tabs on the website right now, which you can use if you need to flip around like I do in my book. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the table and fire up a picture-in-picture window, and we're going to go through the book. So let's do that. Comments all good? All right. Okay, I'm going to give you a head start on your next set of pens. I'm going to do the same ones. I'll do the 3-pack of, and Shelly, I think you were the one that won, right? Yes, Shelly was the one that won last time. I'm not going to, please, you can offer a suggestion, but you're probably not going to win the next one if you're first. But, so if you want a 3-pack of Friction pens, erasable pens, give me an affirmation to write in this book. So what we're going to do is jump in here. All right, so there we go. All right, now we're looking at my book. So open it up. You can, on the first page here, it's your start date. So you write in, what's today? We're actually going to, so we're going to pretend like we're starting this tomorrow. So this is our setup. This is what I do on the first Sunday of my week. I fill in what's going to happen for the upcoming week. So day one for me is always a Monday, but Sunday is the day that I do my planning forward. So on Sunday night, I review my week. If it's the end of my month, I review my month. And then I will also go straight into planning my next month. Sometimes I might do it on a Monday morning, but Monday mornings are kind of crazy. So I'd rather do it when I have the peace and quiet of a Sunday night. So we'll write in here, what's the date tomorrow? 12/11. So 12/11/23, and that's the first date of this book. All right, here's the copyright page. Some quick reference here. All right, affirmations right here. All right, so affirmations that we write on in the front of the book. I always have this in the very front of my planner because I want to be able to get to them really quickly. This is something that I used a lot at work, and it was just like one of those, like if I was just feeling drained or feeling off, I could run back to my affirmations. So somebody in here, give me an affirmation. Aubrey, is that one of your affirmations? You are smart? All right, so you got pens. Good for you. All right. So affirmation, you are smart. All right. For me, I'm going to make one. I make healthy choices. So this is one of those things where sometimes I might not make healthy choices, but in the moment, if I am on the fence about to make an unhealthy choice, I can say to myself, no, I make healthy choices. I am always improving. So I am always improving. You can even write in here something like I fail forward. Um, I find the purpose in failure. You can write something in there like I'm a good father, I'm a good mother, I treat people with respect. I mean, how many times are you in a situation where you just want to scream at somebody and you can think back. I wrote this freshly this morning. I reviewed it this morning. I treat people with respect, right? I treat people with respect. I do write a little bit neater normally, but I'm trying to write fast so you guys don't have to watch me write for too long. All right, so you have room to fill this in all the way down the page. It's up to you if you do that or not. I generally don't. I have usually 5 or 6. This month, and actually the last month before, I've only had 2. Just 2 things that I keep hammering home to myself every morning. But, you can go down as far as you like. It kind of becomes a mantra. All right, so over here, this month's goals. Who else do we have on here? Do we have anybody else? We got 8 people on here right now. So if somebody gives me one goal, right? Type it in. You can win some pens here. In fact, the first person that does this, I'm gonna go with a 5-pack of Pilot bottle to pen. So they're recycled plastic bottles. It's a 5-pack of, I believe they're G2 pens. I don't have an example here for you, but they're really cool. We haven't even put them in. I don't think we've been selling them yet. So what I want you to do, here's the instructions. Write whether it's a personal goal, professional goal, health goal, or relationship goal, and then what the goal is. Whoever does that first, I will send you a 5-pack of the Pilot bottle to pen pens, recycled pens. All right, so for me, my overall personal goals this month are, I'm going to say, improve my mindfulness. And I'm intentionally doing one that is not a SMART goal. If you're familiar with SMART goals, what is it? Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the acronym. I should have written it down. Anyway, basically, it's that it's measurable. It's you can put a time frame on it. Most goals you want to be able to have like some metric that you can say, I will do this by this. I do that for business. I do that for other things, but it's incredibly hard to do that with every aspect of your life. So, for me, I want to improve my mindfulness. Now, what even is that? What is that? So, that being the big monthly goal, then I can break it into actions through my time over the next month. And so that might be part of my daily disciplines, meditate every day. It might be do that one thing in a moment. So it's, if I see something on the floor, pick it up. That's simple mindfulness practices, right? Something very simple. Don't go to bed without the dishes being done. Something like that. Just so improve my mindfulness. There's a lot of things that come from that when you get into the detail of how you do a weekly milestone or a daily discipline or a daily priority or to do. Nobody wants free pens yet? Nobody's coming up with a goal. Other personal goals, I'm going to say Christmas lights. I've already done them, but let's just pretend I didn't. I'm putting up my Christmas lights. Now, you might say, is that a priority? Is that a goal for, maybe it's Christmas lights, maybe it's decorate the house, maybe it's something more grand. But I'm going to write Christmas lights on here because it's a multi-day thing, including the tree and all the other stuff. Decorate for Christmas. If I didn't do it, if I didn't make time to do it, My house would look not very festive. Professional goals for this month. Now, this month bleeds into January, right? So we're ending Q4, starting Q1. So we're gonna, let's say, wrap up quarter, and that might be final sales report. Maybe I need, there's other, customer-based tasks that need to be done, like that too. But then there's also quarter one starting. We're starting January, so maybe I need to, in the first of the month. Let's go specifically for my business. Let's say my business is, it's going to be busy. I have at least 2 or 3 weeks into January of people that are starting their new year off, so they're going to want planners and a plan and guidance on how to do it. So maybe I need to develop curriculum. Maybe I need to schedule emails, schedule an email sales sequence, right? Schedule 3 weeks of email. And plan sales. I'm going to have sales for the new year, right? So plan sales. All right. So those are my professional goals for this month, right? Overall, leading to what is hopefully a great New Year's sales cycle for me. All right, health goals for this month are, I'm going to say, for me, I go by losing weight, right? I go by lose XXLBS, right? That's my thing. I'm going to say exercise 5x per week. And I'm going to go with a negative here. This is not something I normally do, but I'm going to go with a negative here. I'm going to say one. I'm going to say elimination. I'm going to say no candy, right? That's my goal, no candy. So I'm going to fight that all the way through Christmas. If that's not realistic, I would not write that here. All right, relationship goals for the month are, I'm going to say focused football time with my kids, because I can very much let work bleed into a Sunday afternoon. So Sunday in this house is we plan a meal, we sit down and watch the games together, we watch our fantasy football teams together. Like, it becomes family time for the three of us. I could very easily say, okay, you guys go play. I'm going to sit on my laptop and work all afternoon. I don't want to do that. My priority, my goal here is to segment this off and make sure I make time for my relationship with my kids. And that can be it. We don't have to fill in every line. Let's just say that's it. All right? That's it. Because honestly, to be honest with you, this is a busy month for me. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time for anything else. All right, books I will read this month are, I'm going to say The One Thing. I've already read it, but I'm going to use it as an example for you. The One Thing is a book that I read this past summer that I wish I would have read 5 or 6 years ago. Would have got me way ahead of where I went with this book. I would have developed Define My Day a lot quicker had I read The One Thing before developing this process. I would have gone through it a lot quicker. But hey, what else? What other book can I read this month? Let's say another one I'm going to recommend to you is The Second Mountain. Second Mountain is a great book, just about getting to that one place in your life where, you reach the top of the mountain and you realize, well, this isn't where I want to be. And you look across the valley and you see another mountain, but to get there you have to go all the way down the mountain again, and through some terrain to get, and then you have to climb another mountain. So it's that midlife crisis that, I went and got a job and tried to make as much money as I could, or maybe I, thought I wanted to be a family person, but I ended up not wanting to do that. Like there's whatever decisions you made, all of a sudden you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you decide, you know what? I'm in the wrong place. And so we need to get to where we want to go. It's all part of this process. That's why I developed this process. It's because I want to closely align my daily actions with the path that takes me up the mountain I should be going to. All right. And then the last one here, who else will benefit from my progress? Always, always on here is my kids. Always have my kids on there. Next is always my customers. Boop. Because the better I do, the better I can show up for you. And it motivates me to continue when I don't want to, right? Because I know, I got to show up, even when I don't want to show up for myself. But first of all, it's always got to be for the kids. And if I had a partner, it would be for the partner too. But I don't, so it doesn't. All right, so daily disciplines on here. These ones are the 6 we give you. I always have on here, I got to take that thyroid medication every morning. Got to do that, right? I got to define my day. I got to do my affirmations. I have to meditate. I have to feed the fish. Can you tell I've done this 100 times with these ones? I got to take my vitamins. I have to drink my tea. I have to spend quality time with my son. I'll put his name on here, Nick. I'm going to put Ryan on there too. So what I do with this is that, especially because I only have them 50% of the time, I email them, I text them, I call them. I don't email them. I text them, I call them. If I have them in person, I make sure that when they're talking to me, I'm looking at them engaged and listening. If I look back at the end of my day and I'm not remembering a time when I was actively engaged with one of these 2 boys, then I can't check this off. And it really it's not the matter of accomplishing getting it checked off. It's the practice in being mindful, right? This is where we talk about mindfulness and daily disciplines. It's the practice of oh yeah, I didn't do that. Bringing it to the front of your mind so you become more in touch with it. And that's really what we're doing with all of this. And so, I have to feed the fish in the evening. There's other things I have on here towards the end of the day, just winding things down, wearing my retainer, all that stuff. And the goal here is to check as many of these off across the side. Now, for rest, you could say 7 hours, right? 7 hours. Exercise, you could say 30 minutes. Eat well, whatever eating well is for you. Read 15 minutes. Water, 100 ounces of water. Positive interaction, that's the most nebulous of all of this. Very similar to how I handle my kids' positive interaction. Overall, how I feel my day went. Did I have good interactions with people? If I came home in a bad mood had argumentative, yelling interactions with people, then I can't check that off. And so you can, in this book, now in the Define My Day, the regular one, the 7 days, you get 7 days at the beginning of each week for this. In this book, we do the entire 28-day sequence across a 2-page spread. So you can see all the way across. You also only have to write them once or twice because they're all right across from each other. So you don't have to keep writing them every week. I actually like writing them every week. It's kind of a discipline practice for me, but I know some people don't like to do that. So we kind of made it a little easier for you. All right, my ideal day. In this book, we give you midnight to midnight. In the Define My Day journal, the original one, it starts at, I believe, Why can't I remember that? Four to midnight. 4 to midnight. So you lose 4 hours in there. You can always add them back, but there's so few people that are awake from midnight to 4 o'clock. All right. So for me on here, I write 5:30 is wake. I have a 6 a.m. user group live session. So if you're in the user group now, you know that every 6 o'clock I am doing this for about 10 or 15 minutes. I have been doing it for a couple of weeks now, getting back in the groove. We're doing okay with it, I think. Kids, so I have been trying to squeeze in an exercise after that, but it's not working out great. So I'm changing it to meditation. Kids wake up at 7, on the buses by 8:30. Then I do breakfast for me. I do then priority 1 till about 11:30. And then this is miscellaneous. I tried doing priority 2 in there, but I found that priority 1 either went too long or I was exhausted by it and there was no use even trying. So we're learning. It changes. Things change. So then I do some miscellaneous work before lunch, and I have lunch. And as far as exercise is concerned, I'm in flux. I've been working so much, I haven't really had a whole lot of time. And when I do it, then it wears me out, and I don't really feel like working too much. So we'll see. I'm going to maybe try to squeeze it in before lunch. Then we go priority 2, and that takes me to about 3. And then we have priority 3. Want to see the beauty of an erasable pen? How about that, right? All right, so then we'll go priority 3, and then this is miscellaneous. So I don't always have priority 3, or sometimes priority 3 is family. So that, gets done when the kids get home from school and I spend time with them. So this might just be like to-do listy items and stuff like that. So that happens until here. Kids get off the bus at 3:30. I usually get them a snack, get them on their way doing their homework, and then do this till 5. 5 to 6 is, again, can be miscellaneous a lot of times. 6:30 is dinner, or there's basketball games. And then here, after dinner, this is family / alone time. So if the boys are here, then I spend time with them, or sometimes we all just need to go in our corners and decompress from by myself. Then I get some alone time. And then I go to bed at 10, and that is it. That's my ideal day. Now, the way we set this up here, I actually do tell you to do wake and bed times. Wake in the morning, bedtime, and then you have everything you can work in between. If you have work, like if you have a job, obviously you have a job probably. If you have like obligations in that job, you can just block that off in here as like, say from 9:30 to 10:30 you have meetings. Just block it off, right? And that's just that like you're not going to plan anything in there, and you can just even write meeting, kill me now, like whatever, whatever, however you feel about that meeting. But you can work outside. You can do all of this either outside of that work schedule or within that work schedule too. So this is all meant to be flexible. If you go to work and you don't care, which I get, and you don't want to do any priorities and nothing, then just block it off as dead time. But ideally, you probably want to have some priorities at work too, right? All right, to-do list. This is going to be, I have to replace a gutter. I have to do water changes for my aquarium. Actually, more than one aquarium. That's why it says changes. After Christmas presents. Schedule brace appointments, braces, but no. So you get this, right? Like, yeah, braces might be a priority at some point, but really it's a to-do list thing. If it gets off of this to-do list and gets onto a priority list, it's because I've made it wait for too long. So there's your priority list. And all you got to do is just, when you're done, just check them off, right? All right. Let's go. You have a notes page on the side, weekly milestones. So, weekly milestones. I'm going to run back over here to my goals worksheet. Ooh, speaking of goals, let's go see who. Yeah. So, see, thanks for bailing me out there. I should have written it down, but I didn't think I need to because I've said it so many times. Why would I not remember this? You ever, maybe I'm old, maybe I'm tired, I don't know. Specific, measurable, actionable, and time bound. What's the R? Because that's SMAT. What's the R? Thank you anyway. I appreciate that. But is there an R? Why? I've done this so many times. What am I forgetting? I don't know. Oh, God. So, Shelly, health, I will be in bed by 10 p.m. each night. Not sure if I was supposed to answer. Yes, you can answer. You can answer. So now you're getting two things. So make sure you send that ticket in to Luann. I thought you're also getting the bottle of pens. Good for you. Kelly says, professional goal, complete 30 hours of online training at my new job. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. All right, and for that, I'm going to send you the bottle to pen ones too. So thank you. I appreciate your input there. If you didn't hear, Kelly, if you didn't hear the instructions for getting these pens, go to definemyday.com, our store, and on the bottom right-hand corner is a blue question mark. That's where the help tickets can be put in. Luann checks those every morning. Put in your name, your email address, and in the comment section that you won the Pilot Bottle to Pen 5-pack. And put your address in there so that she can create the order, and we'll send them to you probably tomorrow. Abria, career, I need a job. Yeah, it was a good one. But so the overall goal is a job. Then we got to talk milestones, right? So what's the milestone for this week? What can we put? If you want some bottle of pens, I want you to give me a milestone for this week. So Abria, you want a job. What's your milestone that you're going to put on this page and start to do this week? What would you do? Let me hear it. Let me hear what that is. Is it relatable? I don't know. Relevant. Yes. Man. I think I need some dumb goals. I don't know. I can't remember. I have these brain farts, and it's funny because when stuff like this happened when we were younger, we're like, oh, yeah, I'm just whatever. I'm brain fart. And you start getting older, you're like, is that early onset Alzheimer's? I don't know. I don't think it is, because I just think it's normal, but I got a lot of things going on. So here, milestones. So I'm going to go back to let's get back on track here. I'm going to go to this month's goals. So improve my mindfulness. So I'm going to say meditate. Well, that's a daily discipline, though. I don't want to put it on here. So let's say I don't want to do that, right? Oh, this is where the sausage is made. All right, so I'm making decisions here. All right, improve my mindfulness. What can I do new that's not in my daily disciplines that's going to improve my mindfulness? let's say, oh, I know. When I make my matcha tea, I will do it properly. So, matcha tea, there's a tea set. It's over there. It comes with a bowl and like a whisk, and you like put a little bit of hot water in there with the powder, and you mix it before you pour it into a cup, and then put more hot water in. And there's a certain way that you use the whisk. Like it's like it's a ritual, right? Like it's like a tea ritual. It doesn't take very long, but it's being mindful and doing it. And or you can just do what I sometimes do if I'm in a hurry is mix it all up real quick and you have tea. But let's say, okay, so my practice, my milestone this week is 7 days tea ritual. All right. So, and that's it's 1 minute of my day, but it's that, okay, it's 1 minute, right? I spend more than 1 minute doing other dumb stuff. Here's 1 minute of me not listening to music, not doing anything crazy or distracting. Getting the bowl, getting the matcha powder, getting the hot water, whisking it properly, doing it the right way. Just being intentional about the whole action. That's going to be my mindfulness. The other ones could be like, putting the dishes away before bed. Christmas lights. So milestone this week would be outside lights. Did I get here? I'm giving you an example of the eraser. Outside lights. And what else? Wrap up quarter, final sales report. What am I going to do for that? I'm going to say sales report because the daily priority is going to break that down more. Schedule 3 weeks of email. Don't need to worry about that yet because it's not close enough. Plan sales. Don't need to worry about that either. Lose X amount of pounds. Exercise 5 times a week. I'm gonna say exercise 5 times. So this week I'm gonna exercise 5 times, and sometimes it might not always show up on my priority list or my priority during the day. But if one day I know that I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time, but I also need to exercise, then it might get bumped up to a priority. No candy, don't need to do that. Focus football time with the kids, don't need to put that on here. So milestones right now, and maybe I can come back and add one later if I need to, but milestones right now, there's only 4 of them. Primary struggle I need to overcome this week will be, let's say, stress. I have a lot of work. It's going to cause me to try to rush through things, not do the tea thing, not exercise. And, for the outside lights, cold. I'm not going to want to be out there in the cold. And then we'll say primary struggling to come. Now, a lot of times what I've put on here, and I don't really feel like I need it in here now, but like I'll put in like lack of momentum, especially when I was going through my separation and divorce. Lack of momentum. Man, that was a big one for me. Like just like, ugh, just stuck. So I'd put that there. I will overcome it by the stress. Let's say get good rest, in bed on time, cold, just get out there and do it, right? Let's address the lack of momentum. Let's say I had a lack of momentum. I would say something like 1 step at a time, and actually I would say like small steps too, right? Like, so it's actually where this came from right here, the small steps, big results. Because at times in my life, especially in the very beginning of doing this, everything seemed insurmountable. And so I always tried to keep in mind that, like, you just got to take small steps every day, and eventually you do make the progress you need to make. So I go here, small steps. And so that's my thing. Did I get a... Abria is going to apply. I'm going to put that up here. Apply to a store. And you get some bottled pens, 5-pack. Thank you. I appreciate your input there. And that's a great milestone. So we're going to apply to stores. Now, making this more of a SMART goal, you could say how many stores you are going to apply to per day. If it's one for the week, then it's one for the week. But if you can do 3 for 3 days this week or something like that, as you're writing into here, you could say apply to a total of 3 stores, or 1 store per day for 5 days, or however you break it out. It would give you a solid, this is what I committed to doing. And then, if you get to Wednesday and you haven't applied to 1, then you need, if you said 5, if you get to Wednesday and you haven't applied to any, then on Wednesday, maybe you need to apply to 3, and then Thursday 1, Friday 1. Or all in one day. However you need to do it. All right, so that's that. So then we get over here to our little day planner page, and then on to the day. We're not going to do this at all today. That's for tomorrow. That's for Monday. But this page right here, if you can do this different ways. I have a lot of people that use it as a meal planner, right? So they just plan whatever meals they're going to have for the day. Me, I don't always use it. It wasn't actually originally part of the Define My Day process. I added it in to help people out that wanted it. So I don't use it all the time. The times I do use it is when I need to, let me take your comment off the screen here. The times I do use it is when I have a more complex goal that I need to break down into parts. So I might pre-plan my priorities by saying, like, let's say I'm doing Christmas lights. Maybe day 1 out of storage. Day 2 is unpack and inventory and test, right? Day 3, I looked ahead at the weather, and let's say day 3 is not going to be good, so this will be some other priorities. Here it'll be put up lights. And then we'll get tree, and the tree has to fall for a day, so we'll let that go for 24 hours. Yeah, let's let it go until Sunday. Maybe we'll do it during football. Decorate tree. All right. And so that's how I would plan out that one milestone. If we had other milestones in here we wanted to do, if we're doing stuff like, what else we got? You got to need a job, 30 hours of online training at your new job. So you could say day 1, you do 5 hours, 2 hours, whatever. I don't know how much you can do in a day, but let's say 2 hours of training, 2 hours of training, 2 hours of training. Not going to do any here. 2 hours of training. So there's 8 hours in 4 out of 5 days, right? You can plan it out real briefly here, and then when it comes down to doing it here, then you get more granular. If you're applying to a store, apply to store, and then task 1 would be, get application, fill in necessary, get references, whatever else you have that are part of that process. But that's all for another day. Right now, this is Sunday. we got as far we're going to get on Sunday. Now, with all of my babbling to you, this process has taken, well, we've been on for about 50 minutes now, but this talking about this specifically for probably about 30. And with all of my babbling, we've added a lot to it. I can get through this in about 10 minutes. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's actually incredibly easy. It's meant to be super easy because I don't want this to add to your day. I don't want it to make your life more difficult. A lot of the planners, and you're probably seeing them all over the internet right now. They're pretty. They got a lot of cool sayings in them. They have fun designs. They have all of the calendaring and everything you might need. But the problem is it's just too much. This is the most amount of work that I want you to do in 4 weeks. It's writing a couple of affirmations, thinking ahead, planning out your goals, then filling in the daily disciplines, which you may have already done, and you can always come back and add more later if you want. Filling in your ideal day real quick, filling in your to-do list, which you probably do all the time anyway, writing down your week 1 milestones, maybe doing this if you need to. If not, that's it, you're done, right? I want you in and out. And then every day is just filling in this page, hopping back to the week 1 milestones, and then coming to this page and writing down things that align with this, which, oh, by the way, align with your goals. So all we're doing is taking that big picture and zooming in on it with this page right here. And this process will get you closer to being aligned with who you really want to be, right? Whether it's you want to, you got a new job and you got to complete the training so you can be a good employee, so you can have that career take you where you want to go, or to get a job in the first place and to get aligned with, the correct job that you want for yourself. In bed by 10 p.m. each night, which I'm sorry to say, Shelly, if you're with me, I'm a bad influence on you. Because, obviously we're not doing that tonight. And I'm not either, because my bedtime is 10 o'clock too. But, the more that we can talk to ourselves about the positive things we want for ourselves, the more in line our actions become, just naturally, right? We naturally figure it out as we do it more and more. So, that's the purpose of this. It's not to, have a great time writing in a book. And it's not to just organize all of the tasks we have in a way that fills up our day. That's not the point. I don't want to fill up my day. Like, my priorities, my days are absolutely full right now because of the season. But if I do this right, then by February, March, my days are much easier, and I can spend more time with my kids, and I can do the things I want to do. Right now, I'm busy as heck, which makes it more important for me to prioritize so that I'm getting the most important things done and not wasting my time doing other things. And then in the future, when I'm less busy, it's still important to prioritize because I want to make sure I'm spending my free time the way that I want to spend it and still getting the important things done that need to get done. So, this process is, I don't know if you want to say utilitarian, I don't know, but it freaking works. There's a therapist that I speak with about this process, and she actually uses the Defined Life Planner because she doesn't use the whole process with clients unless they want to get into the whole process, which some of them do. But what she will do, especially in the early parts, is in the Defined Life Planner, she will rip out one page. Or actually, well, before she rips it out, she'll fill it in with somebody. She'll walk them through the page just one day and then rip it out and hand it to them. And then for their next session a week later, they'll talk about how they did there. ADHD, depression, anxiety, all of it is helped when we focus on the few things that we need to do rather than all of the things going on around us. And doesn't mean you have to have those things to use this, obviously not. But even the people who most believe that it won't be helpful for them, or that they've tried a million other things and it hasn't worked, this works. This works. So, if you're in it already, keep it up. And just take the time. Take the 5-10 minutes every day. Keep coming back to it and know that you can grow into it. It will happen. If you're not into it yet, I want you to try it. Give it a shot. It'll really help you out. I know it will. Where are we at? Anybody, any comments? Hey, Brenda. How you doing? Good to see you. I think that's it. I mean, geez, it's already 11:30. We can go to bed. I know I need to go to bed because I have a 5:30 wake up call to be in the user group tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a rough back-to-back couple of live sessions. But I look forward to seeing you all soon. If you are a member of the user group and you feel like waking up with me tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, I will be here. If you're not a member, look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Take care. Define your day to define your life. Keep moving forward, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.